get into the dill analyzer. Oh, okay. Let me tell you about this. Let me tell you about this dill real fast. Let me see if I can find a picture of it too, real fast. Hang on, real fast. Let me see if I can find a picture. And let me see. I can't find any pictures. Actually, so what happened is that my acquisitions team actually went there today, and they act as my boots on the ground people. So I have an acquisitions team of 5 people, 5 or 6, I can't remember how many it is now, but their job is just to call storage facility owners and talk to the owners. Okay, and so what they're doing is going on to Google Maps, and then they're creating lists by just searching storage. That's it, right? And store it. And then I give them an area. Like, for instance, I said, like, I want to buy something in the panhandle of Florida. You know, go ahead and just build a list of every storage facility in the panhandle of Florida. Now, you can just buy a list if you want to buy a list. All right, but we don't buy a list, we build our own lists. And because I feel like Google Maps has the most accurate data most of the time, you can, with the phone number and the information. And sometimes you can buy a list and that list will be a little bit older, right? So we just build our own lists is what we do internally. That's just how we do it. Now, students will buy lists. I have lots of students that buy lists, and then they'll either call the list, right? Or they'll like mail a letter to the list. We personally, we build our list through Google Maps, and then we call the owners directly that way. And we also do what's called virtual driving for storage. So we also find for storage facilities that are not on Google Maps. All right, they don't have a website. They are not on Google Business Listing. They don't come up when you say storage near me. Okay. So those are what I call the hidden market. And so you want to find those. We find a lot of storage facilities that way as well too. And then we add them to the list, and then we call them and we try to find the owner, and we, you know, skip trace and things like this. Now I have a lot of videos on that and, you know, all kinds of like training stuff, either at stacyrossetti.com under free trainings, or I have videos on YouTube that you can watch on how to do that as well too. Okay. But I wanted to get into dill analysis. So it's not about finding stuff. This is about dill analysis. So essentially my acquisitions team, they called one of my team members called the owner and talked to the owner, and the owner said, yeah, I would be interested in just like either selling or getting an offer on the facility. And you know, so that's kind of how the conversation started. Essentially, they called up and said, you know, hey, I'm here to talk to the owner. Like, I'm just introducing myself, and I would like to know if, you know, you're interested in like getting an offer on your facility. The truth is that we make a lot of offers, and we present it that way as too. Like, would you like to get an offer on your facility? You don't have to sell it to us, but at least you kind of will get an idea of what it's valued at in today's market. All right, so it gives you an idea. And I also tell all storage facility owners, like I just talked to a student this afternoon, and I said, and he owns a storage facility, and I was like, he's like, people are calling me and trying to buy my storage facility all the time, you know? And I was like, well, have you gotten an offer yet? He's like, no, I don't get an offer. I tell him I don't want to sell. I said, why don't you just get an offer? Just get an offer and see what everybody says. And so you'll, you know, get an offer from all these different, you know, people that are calling, just get an idea of what it is. And actually what it will do is it will give you an idea of like what they're looking for in dill analysis, because what one person asks and another person asks would be completely different. So the way that I analyze the dill could be totally different than, like, you know, somebody else in the industry. And it's good to see kind of what everybody's looking at nowadays, you know. Now some people get really deep into underwriting, and they ask, like, I had one guy, he sent me this list of like 12 questions, and it was like, are you in a flood zone and all this kind of stuff, and I was just like, I ain't got time for that, you know, I'm a business owner here, you know. But so you don't want to, you know, waste too much time, but it will give you an idea of what everybody's looking for.